Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. I hope everyone is having a good day today, getting in a lot of crafting and all that good stuff. And today we're going to make double tags or flip tags, and I'm going to do 3 different kinds. I already have everything cut out and inked. Yesterday my video was a little bit longer because I did all of my inking as I went. And that's kind of why I like to have everything cut out and inked and ready to go all in advance. Yesterday I made some paper clip pockets and tucks, and except for the lace that I put on them, they're kind of just like a blank canvas, so you can finish them however you like. But today we're going to decorate these tags. So if you didn't see my video yesterday, hop on over there and have a look. I think they turned out pretty good. Let's see. We're going to start with the green one. And this one is going to flip down this way. I want to make sure that so it'll go this way. So this will be on the top. Okay, just turn it over and it'll be the right way. So this is going to be on the top, and this will be your bottom. So there'll be room for journaling up here, and just, you know, journaling down here. If you want to add more lines, you can, or you can add little tags or pictures or, you know, whatever you would like. And then you just fold it up to close it. On the tags today, I'm not putting any little tabs on them. I'm just going to put lace on them. And the end that I have the lace on is going to show where they open at. So like I say, I inked everything. And now I have to glue my paper in. Let me grab this. And I'm just going to use glue stick to glue this on. My glue stick's getting kind of gummy. I think I need to get a new one. Hope I have this on the right side. If I don't, then I'll have to trim it. Okay, let's see. This seems to want to grab pretty fast. Let me see if I can get it all lined up here. There. Guess that worked good. No, it didn't either. It's cockeyed. Let me try that again. We'll try it this way. See if we can get it to lay down better. There we go. Now from moving it around, I might have to add a little bit more glue. We'll see. And I think the edges look okay. So now I just have to refold it now that the paper's glued down in, because of course when it's glued in place it fits a little bit different. Okay, let me cap this back up. So the writing paper I just took out of a paper pad that I had, and I just cut it to fit my tag. It doesn't seemingly want to stay over there. Okay, now, seeing how we're going to open it up from this way, I'm going to glue my lace down up here. I'm just going to leave it down from the top. Hope I have enough glue coming out of there. Maybe I should use my other one with the bigger spout. I'm just using Fabri-Tac. I think I need my other one. Okay, let's see if this works better. There, that's better. Now I'll just trim the edges. Oh, and in just a second I'll tell you the measurements for the tags. I was going to do that when we started and I forgot. Alright, so the tags going across are 4 inches wide, and the finished size for the length is 5 3/4. So whichever way your tag flips open, you just have to double that size. So this one is about 11 3/4, so you would just cut the length 11 3/4. And all I did was fold it in half. I didn't measure it for the length here or anything. I just folded it, and it just makes it easier. We just simplify it a little bit. Now these flowers, I just fussy cut them out, the flowers and the birds. Let me see how I want this little guy to stand. I want his head up on the lace a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little word up there, believe, and I think that's how I want him to sit. So we'll just glue this on. And since I have these already, make sure I'm in camera. Since I have these already cut out and inked and everything, it'll be a pretty quick project. You can make these any size. You can make them, you know, a lot smaller. Depends on what size tag you need, how much room you have in your journal, or wherever, you know, you might be using it. Now my glue's not having a problem coming out. Coming out pretty fast. Okay, so I want this to go right under my bird, so it looks like he's sitting on the leaf. So he looks like he's perched on something. Now we're just going to set him right there. You can make these in advance, even if you get your tags cut out. And, you know, if you want your ink to match the color of the tag, you could go ahead and ink them. And if you add lace or ribbon or anything like that, you can add that in advance. And then when you decide what journal you want in or whatever you're going to put them in, then you could always embellish them. I have to wipe the glue off my hands. Alright, so there we go. And that one is finished, so the lace is at the top, so it just means it folds down. And then you could always, you know, stamp a little flower or something in here on the page or anything, but I think that one looks good. And you could either glue these in your journal or you can just stick them in a pocket, and then you could just take them out and use them. And if you wanted to embellish the back of it, you could do that also. Alright, so now we're going to do this one. And this one folds to the side, folds open, just like a book. And even though this paper here has blue on it, that's fine. Doesn't matter, blue and purple go good together. So let me see. For the length or the width of this one, I have this one cut at 8 inches. And it's just 5 3/4 long. So like I say, you know, you can make them however long or however wide. I kind of stuck with the same measurements, and I didn't have to think too hard. And if you wanted to, you know, you wouldn't have to glue the paper down all the way. You could just glue an edge and lift it up or flip it over, and then you could write on both sides. But we're just going to glue this one down. And I inked around the edge of it, just so it would kind of blend. And let me move this down here so I can see what I'm doing. Kind of get it straight, hopefully. And I think I have to lift it up at the bottom a little. It's the only bad thing about gluing paper in something. It doesn't always cooperate. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to trim this one. Well, just barely. So that's not bad. That's good for me. There. And just a little over here. There. Okay. And now, even though there's a little bit of purple showing there, we can just open it up and just kind of ink that a little bit more. But I think it's okay. Now for the front of this one, because it opens on the side, I'm going to put the lace down this side, just in away from the edge a little bit, and close up my glue. I'll make sure I get my glue wide enough to fit the lace, but I don't want to go too wide. So we'll only go a little ways on this one and see how it is. Okay, that works. And of course you can do these out of any kind of paper. Scrapbook paper, book page, music paper, maps, anything. Anything to just fit the style of what you're doing. Now I'll trim this off. So that looks good. Now we're just going to overlap this flower a little bit onto there. And then we have a little parrot for this one. I'm going to have him sitting on the little berries coming out of there. And then he's going to be grateful. So I can have it up a little more or down a little more. We'll see when we get it all glued on. Maybe I'll just move it down a little. Okay, so we'll glue the flowers on. No, I think I better do my small tip. Had a lot of fun making these up too. Okay, so we'll put it right down around in here. I'll just set him something like that. So, let's see. I think that'll be okay above his head. Kind of was going to put it there, but we'll put it up there. And on my words, I just kind of angle the edges a little tiny bit so they're not just completely square. And so that one's done. So I think that turned out pretty. So you have journaling here, you have journaling or whatever you want to do here. And then one thing that I forgot to do on the other one, we'll do before we move on, is I want to round the edges, the bottom edges. Just so they're not square. So there's that one. I think it makes them look good, and even though this one flips down, we're going to round these edges anyway, these corners. And I like the way it looks there. And I think I need to trim this right here a little tiny bit. There. All right, so there's two down. Okay, now on this one, this is the last one. Well, I guess I forgot to ink. I inked everything except for the little tag. So I'm not gonna make you watch me ink. I'll be right back and I'll get it all inked up. Okay, so I thought I finished that one awful fast. No wonder. All right, So I inked everything on the inside, and now I'm going to glue the paper in. I just thought that got done awful fast. I don't know what I was thinking. Must not have been paying attention. Okay, now we'll try to get this one in here straight the first time. Let's see if that works. When I'm putting my paper down, I just like to use the glue stick because it lays down flatter. So if you want to write on it, you're not writing on little bumps of glue. So I only have a couple little spots on here to trim. And I think that's all. Hope everyone is enjoying the video. If you are, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you like what you're doing, just go ahead and subscribe. I think I need to trim that a little tiny bit now that the lid's closed. There we go. Okay, now this one's going to flip up, so we're going to put the lace on the bottom. And I'm going to put it up away from the edge also. And we're going to have flowers. Just kind of followed the same pattern on each one. I thought it worked just fine. So we'll have him sitting there, and then we'll just have this over here. So I'll go ahead and glue my lace down. My glue is not coming out of there very fast. Okay, but we got it. Let me flip this back so I can see what I'm doing. And my little pieces of lace, I'll just put them aside to use them on something else. Okay. So we're going to put that down there. Yeah. Oh, and in a minute I'll tell you the size of this tag also, the way it's cut. It should be the same size as the first one because it just flips the opposite direction. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to set him right up here above these little berries. He's a little cockatoo. Let's make sure I left enough room for this. Yes, I did. I think I'll put it a little bit of an angle. And he's blessed. Okay. Now we'll round our edges or our corners on this one. Let me close my glue. Okay, and then this one opens up. Same way on this one as on this one. Let's just put a little more ink on there. Okay, so that's all 3 of them. And I hope everyone liked them. So we'll wait and see what our next video is going to be. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Makes a lot of crafts, because crafting is fun. Thanks again. Bye.